For me, kayak fishing is simple. A boat, a paddle, a fishing rod, and unspoiled water. The fish are big. The chaos is beautiful. It's angling's addictive final frontier, and I'm hooked. I'm Gregory, and this is Hooked on Wild Waters.
Gregory's Hooked on Wild Waters is brought to you by Jackson Kayak. We make fun. GoPro. Be a hero with GoPro. Bending Branches. Pretty, smart paddles. And Yak Attack. Rigging the dream.
We are on our way down to Louisiana to fish the Mississippi River Delta. It's one of the biggest estuaries and just marshlands in the world. I've been looking forward to really get down to Louisiana and fish the Mississippi River Delta for a long time. I have a lot of friends there that fish it. I really haven't spent enough time there, and it's just one of those just intriguing environments that I've got to be in more. So we've made our way down the road. We've had to make a stop here at Everything Kayak to actually put on a new piece of equipment that's really going to help me out. It's called a power pole. If I sight a redfish and I cast at it, it's going to stop me, hold me still, so that I can make that cast and not disturb the fish. So it's pretty cool. This is awesome. Edge of the world right here, man. Or edge of Louisiana, at least. All right, we made it. We're here. I made it. Woo! All right, the next adventure begins. All right, so that was one epic adventure to get here to the Mississippi River Delta in Louisiana. Thank goodness I had my good friend Jameson here with me to make the trip a little bit easier. And I cannot wait to hang out with one of my good friends, the local guy here. His name is Ben Roussel, and he's one of our Jackson Kayak Pro staff. And I'm really excited to have Ben with us because he's the local knowledge. He knows the area really well, and he can give us more facts and details about this incredible river system. Man, this is an incredible morning, guys. I mean, we're here in the Mississippi River Delta. The wind is picking up a little bit, but other than that, I can't wait to get out there and just explore this wild, wild destination that we're at.
Really excited to have Drew down here because I don't know if he knew, but he hit the jackpot when it comes to Redfish Marsh. I've been catching redfish here for the past 5 years at this same spot, and I think we're gonna have a really good day.
All right, so we got a pretty long paddle, huh?
We got a decent little paddle ahead of us. Shouldn't be too bad though.
I wasn't too upset about the long paddle actually because there's so much to look at in the marsh. It's incredible. I mean, your senses are just all engaged and just something feels right in my soul when I'm there. I just saw a big mud boil. It's probably a nice red.
Yeah, there's all kind of fish busting.
Once we got to the location, right away, Ben put a cast in the water, immediately hooks up on this small redfish. I thought, man, this is gonna be easy. Fish on, yeah, there we go.
That's a little red.
A little rat red. Man, that's pretty, man. Look at the tail on that thing. It's
Yeah,
got
it's
that blue
blue.
on it.
I've heard that that's them feeding the blue coloration.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice, man.
they're feeding really aggressively if it's blue.
So, you know, Ben, when I've fished for redfish in the past, like other areas, caught some that were good size, 20, 30 inches, but how big, I mean, do they really get in Louisiana? Why is this special? I mean, they seem to get a lot bigger here, you know, according to most people.
We get a lot of big redfish here because you got the river, man. The river gives all kind of nutrients into the estuary.
Right, so the Mississippi River, yeah, 2,300 miles long. It feeds like 40% of the United States. It's like the pot at the end of the rainbow, you know what I mean, so to speak.
It's all connected.
It all connects, yeah, it works together. And that's just really cool and why this place is so wild and unique.
It's a wonderful ecosystem, this marsh.
Nice first fish. Let's
All
get
right.
some big ones now. Sometimes things just aren't as easy as they seem. The wind's blowing this way and I keep just drifting off to the left. You know, the weather and the environment in the Mississippi River Delta, it can change at the drop of a hat, and it certainly did for Ben and I. This weather is not looking promising. We were about 4 miles out, clouds are rolling in. It's really windy, and the funnest way to catch these fish is to actually stand up in the kayak and sight them. When it's windy and there's chop on the water and there's no sun out, it's really hard to see where they're at. So Ben and I at one point looked over to this canal and we saw some mullet and other bait fish and shrimp were kind of jumping out of the water. And that's always a good sign. And sure enough, we make a few casts and bam, we hook up with a fish. Fish on. And then Ben hooks up with one. It was kind of like, now we're on some fish. Now we're starting to learn the pattern. Look at that. Nice little fish here. This is amazing, man. These fish are just relentless. Get in, buddy. Get in. Dude, that is awesome, man.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. Good slot, Red.
Everyone talks about the slot, you know, and different states have different lengths of slot. And pretty much
Louisiana, 16 to 27.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of based on your breeding. We have a lot of slot size reds.
Right.
You know, this is this is where they grow up. You know, this is their home.
We'll send him on his way.
And that's gorgeous. I was blown away by the entire Mississippi River Delta and the marsh that was around there, and I was shocked and just so surprised to hear Ben say that it's actually been a lot better in years past.
There is nothing like South Louisiana. Here, no matter where you are, there's something moving and jumping and flying. There's so much wildlife. That's why it's called Sportsman's Paradise. But at the same time, we're losing Sportsman's Paradise, which is a national treasure, and we're losing it to the tune of a football field every 38 minutes due to coastal erosion. Here we are, we've lost 1,900 square miles of land already. It's actually the greatest environmental disaster in our country, and not very many people know about it. The Mississippi River is the most engineered body of water in the world. You know, it's channelized to scour the bottom and make sure it doesn't silt up for the navigation of these big ships. But ever since they built the levees for flood control and the navigation of the Mississippi River, they cut off the life-sustaining sediment and fresh water that goes into our marshes that actually built Louisiana. For the first time ever, Louisiana has got a coastal master plan. It's a 50-year, $50 billion project. For the first time, we're starting to see some diversions where we're diverting the Mississippi River into the marsh in a small scale. So with that, we'll start punching some holes in these levees and putting that fresh water out, and it will be a resurgence. It'll be a beautiful thing to see Louisiana start coming back instead of dying like it has been.
We have a beautiful sunrise this morning, and I got my good friend here, Jameson, riding with me. But I was just thinking this morning, Jameson, how all this water, you know, even where we live, we travel around the creeks and the rivers, is all ending up here. And here we are in this estuary about to go catch some redfish, hopefully some big ones. I'm excited. How are you?
Oh man, I can't contain myself right now. I mean, this is the redfish capital of the world, and we get to come down here and get into them, some hopefully big bulls today. I can't wait to get on the water, man.
So Jameson and I, we paddle off to this beautiful remote area of the marsh. I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, the sun's just glistening off the surface. It's calm. We see redfish pushing mullet and shrimp up against the bank, and it's just cool to see the whole circle of life happening right in front of our face. There he is. This is another beautiful Louisiana redfish here. I mean, look at this mouth. It's on the bottom, and that's just so they've adapted to their environment. They eat a lot of crustaceans, which, you know, obviously are on the bottom, so this mouth is like a vacuum cleaner. And if you ever fish topwater for them, they've been known to roll over upside down since their mouths are on the bottom just to eat that topwater lure. It's a really cool fish, and they adapt the same way you adapt to your world and your environment. We're gonna let this one go, hopefully catch some bigger ones.
There he is. Oh yeah, it's a good fish. Nice keeper-sized fish right here. I love coming down to Louisiana and getting in these guys.
I came to catch decent-sized redfish. This is the redfish capital of the world. A few casts in, I'm throwing this little spinnerbait with a Z-Man paddler tail on it, which imitates a mullet, and all of a sudden, wham! Look at this thing, dude. Oh my God. Heel and line. Redfish on. I'm so excited. I mean, this thing pulls so hard for their size. I thought I had like a 40 or 50 incher. I just can't believe how strong these fish are, Jameson. I gotta drop my power pole. Getting towed around in the marsh, it was just incredible to experience the power to really feel and engage with this fish.
Looks like a good fish, Drew.
That's a real nice fish. Oh,
Nice.
oh, come here. There, girl, there we go. Just lip her like a bass. Look at that. Nice fish. Oh my goodness. Can't even describe the feeling. It's impossible to describe it to anyone unless you come out here and do this. It's incredible. Oh, I know that's 26 inches, that whole thing there. So that's about, well, I think it is about 26-inch redfish. Just shy of 8 pounds, so basically 8 pounds. What a beautiful animal, man. What a gorgeous creature.
The best part about this whole thing is just watching them swim off healthy, knowing that they'll be there again for somebody else to catch and have a good time with.
The life in the marsh is just out of this world. I mean, this is good. We're catching fish left and right. And Jameson all of a sudden just starts yelling at me like crazy. Woo! I look over and his rod's doubled over. And he's just getting towed around. I know he's got a big redfish on. This is what we came for. He's towing you all around. This is what they call a Cajun sleigh ride.
Cajun sleigh ride.
Yeah, look at that. There she is. I was a little bit jealous, I gotta admit, and I thought, man, I want one of those too. Here, this is an awesome fish Jameson has here. This is about as big as they start getting in this estuary here, and once they get bigger, they actually move offshore, so it's a really interesting fish. Lives its youth and childhood in the marsh, and then as soon as they get a little bit bigger than this one, bolt off and live most of their lives in deeper water.
Like you said, it's a sleigh ride. They just pull you around in a kayak.
And you were standing up and you saw this fish, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool experience. You can see these fish first, throw at them, and then catch them. That's just awesome, man.
She is ready to come in now.
Nice. There we go. Sweet, dude.
There we go. Nice fish. Man, I love it. Look at this thing.
Look at that redfish, dude.
What do you guess, Drew?
30 inch. It's hard for me to tell, not really holding it.
Right at the 30.
Nice.
29 7/8, I'll call it. We won't call him 30, but he's right there.
What an honest guy.
We'll stretch him a little, maybe. I'll take a 30-inch fish all day.
The conditions change so quickly, it blows me away. But now, of course, the clouds are out and it's choppier. And I can't really see the fish on the water. But I looked down at my fish finder and happened to notice this huge arcs on the fish finder, and I was like, man, that's them. They're right below me. I'm in 4.5 foot of water.
Go get them, Drew. Go get them.
Saw some fish on the fish finder, just simply tossed my jig over the side. Oh, I think it might be a red.
Is that a bull?
No, I think it's a drum. It looks red, but I think it is a drum.
You can tell if they're like super wide.
Yeah, it's tall. It's a giant black drum. I won't say giant, because they actually do get huge, but for in a kayak getting towed around by a drum that's, 20 pounds, that's still a lot of fun. Dude, I'm exhausted. Really incredible fight, man. This fish is giving it to me big time, folks. But this is what I asked for, so it looks like he's kind of wrapping the line. He's getting close, though. There we go. Woo! Look at that.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Luke, take it easy. Whoa, man, what a fish. This is incredible. I gotta get a hold of it here. Oh, check this out, folks. This is truly wild. I mean, it doesn't get more wild than that, right? I was getting a little bit frustrated. I'm not gonna lie about it. I really was. Thought I was snake bit, but apparently not. I saw some on the fish finder, just simply dropped a jig down below, and this big ugly hit. Does not get any wilder and crazier than this. This has been an incredible day, and we've got rain behind us coming in. We got to get this thing back in the water and paddle out of here before we are seriously drenched. All right, buddy, time to let you go.
Drew Gregory's Hooked on Wild Waters has been brought to you by Jackson Kayak. We make fun. GoPro. Be a hero with GoPro. Bending Branches. Pretty, smart paddles. And Yak Attack. Rigging the dream.